What an exuberant group of individuals you are. Thank you for the energy that you create in this room. You look amazing. Good to have you here. Wasn't that great? Thank you very much. Spencer, let's give a warm hand for Spencer for the introduction. As Spencer said, my name is Jasmine Taberge. By profession, I am a restorative dental hygienist. I got involved with Max International 5 years ago when a very close friend came to me and shared with me the change that had happened in his 75-year-old mother. It was such a transformation. I wasn't aware of it. She had been taking the products for 3 months, but he came to me and he got his mom back. And he said, I want you to look at this. Being in dentistry, I'm a science geek. I do research. So when he brought this to me, I started researching, I started looking up what is glutathione. And I said to him, do you have any idea what you have your hands on? And he says, well, I think there's potential for business here. That's what he was looking at. I said, you're right about that. I said, but this is the biggest and most important health breakthrough that we will see in our entire life. Because I got what goes on in your cells. I got involved because of the science. I'm here today because of the lives that are changed, the stories that I hear every week when people come to you and they tell you, thank you for giving me back my life. Thank you for giving me back my mom's life. Thank you for making a difference for someone that's near and dear to their heart. There is nothing like that. And that's what drives me every single day to be with Max. So I welcome you to take a good look at this. Keep your eyes and ears open for the next hour. Because if you get what Max International is all about, this will change your life and everyone's life that you know or that you come in contact with. So that's what Max is all about. What I'm going to be sharing today is the second portion of the presentation, which is about Max products. I'm going to be talking about the 3 different categories of Max products that we have, the world of glutathione, why is glutathione so important, our patented technology that we have with RIBOCEINE that is raising glutathione levels, and more importantly, what is the difference that this will make for all of you and for all the people that you come across with. So as Spencer alluded to, we have trillions of cells in our body. We have about 70 trillion cells in our body. Every single day, we produce 40 billion new cells. If your cells are elevated and have high levels of glutathione, guess what? You just operate and function better and healthier. I try to describe it to people like, it's like when you have those rechargeable batteries. If the rechargeable battery is fully topped, it just works better. That's exactly what it is with our body. We all produce glutathione. We have it. We have it in our body. It's something natural that we have. For 40 years, doctors have been trying to figure out how do we get glutathione levels elevated in our cells. And Dr. Nagasawa and Dr. Keller have cracked that code. They have actually figured out how to elevate glutathione levels within our cells. So what is it? As I said, glutathione is something, it's basically a protein. We produce it, we have it, but we produce it naturally in our bodies. It's something that we make. It's something that we need to live. Sometimes I ask people, what do you think is the most important molecule in your body? And most people will say oxygen. And oxygen is important. You can go only about 4.5 minutes without oxygen, and that's it. Your days would be over. Glutathione, if you didn't have enough glutathione, or if you didn't have any glutathione in your cells, you'd only last about 3 seconds. You would not make it from here to the door. That's how important this molecule is. It is the most important molecule in our entire body. So what does this do? Glutathione is our #1 antioxidant. It's our #1 detoxifier. So it'll detoxify anything, toxins. I'm talking like things like mercury, arsenic. Those toxins are very, very difficult to remove. Glutathione is the master antioxidant, the master detoxifier. It'll eliminate those things from your body. It strengthens our immune system. It is our #1 anti-inflammatory. 97% of everything that goes wrong with us when we start having issues with health, 97% of everything that goes wrong starts with our cells being inflamed. And it reduces oxidative stress. And how I explain that to people is that if you had a tin can and that aluminum can was in your house, it would be pristine, it would be shiny. That tin can outside, when it's hit with the elements, it turns to rust and it gets rusted. That's exactly what happens with our body when we have, and with our cells, when we have oxidative stress. Our cells get almost rusted, and then now they're not functioning properly, and that's the beginning of all disease that goes wrong with us. The huge breakthrough is not that we're taking glutathione. We do not take glutathione in our body when we take our products. We're taking the elements, we're taking the molecules, we're taking the precursors that allow your body to produce more glutathione, but inside your cells. That's what the breakthrough is. The changes that we're elevating glutathione levels within our cells. What are the benefits of having increased levels of glutathione? First and foremost, you have more energy. I'm like, yeah, bring it on. Second one, slows down the aging process. Double bring it on. All of us want to live to have full, healthy lives. Today, your 50s is before people, when, they were in their 50s, they weren't active. Today, 50s is like the new 30s. We're active, we're living, we're running, we're going, we want to do things. When people start taking our products and glutathione levels get elevated, they notice all these things that are up here. They have reduced muscle and joint aches and pains. People now can use their hands, they can open their jars, they can go up and down stairs, it doesn't hurt anymore. People will notice that they're improving their sleep, and let me tell you, that is a godsend. For people that don't sleep, it's something that's in our family. My dad's 80, I'm 56, my son is 30. We all don't sleep. I thought it was genetic. I just thought that's just something that you get and your predisposition to it. We probably are, but what I didn't know is that it's from low levels of glutathione. And every single person that takes our products and elevates their glutathione that I have spoken to, every single one of them that's had issues with sleep now sleeps. So if you have people that stare at that clock all night long and want to take a hammer and smash it because they can't sleep, tell them about this. They will love you for the rest of their days. This will make such a huge difference. Improves mental focus and clarity. When you go out, you will remember what you're supposed to get at the grocery store. When you're looking for your keys, you'll know where they are. But people have developed, yeah, I've been there, done that. People have acuity like you wouldn't believe. People that are really stressed out and get agitated are now at a calmer level. And those are some of the things that people notice when they start taking our products. Typically, when people take our products, they will notice within a month, 50% of people will feel a difference. Within 3 months, 99% of people will feel a difference. And I tell everyone, be on these products when you take them for at least 3 months. It takes 3 months for every single cell in our body to die off and get replaced. And you, again, have every one of those cells topped up with glutathione, and you will just function and have energy and just live a much fuller life. Detoxifies the liver and the cells. The liver in our body is like our washing machine. It's the organ that actually gets rid of the toxins. So that's the first organ that heals. We have every single cell in our body improves and gets healthier. But the organs that people notice the biggest difference in when they start taking Max products is that you'll see a change in your eyes, your ears, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidney, and your skin. Those are the organs that people actually see differences. Now, lately, the most advanced and the most focused research in the world of medicine has been on neuroscience and with the brain. And what's brilliant about our products is that they also cross what we call the blood-brain barrier. It actually goes into the brain, and it makes a difference. So there are people out there that have a lot of issues. We know that today, and again, I have to say this before I get in and talk about anything specific. Our products and Max International does not claim to prevent, treat, or cure any disease. We do not make that statement. What we do say is that our products will elevate glutathione levels like nothing else on this planet, and it's glutathione that will help to deal with all those issues that you have. So one of the things I want to talk about is people that have autism, ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. When those people pass on and they do autopsies on them, they know that they have thousands of times more free radicals in their brain. What cleans out free radicals better than anything else? Glutathione. Where can you elevate your levels of glutathione better than anywhere else with our products that have the RIBOCEINE patented technology? So to give you an example of glutathione and the significance of it, because we talk about it being an antioxidant, people go, well, I know what antioxidants are. I eat blueberries, I eat, dark chocolate, and they go, I do that because now, see, 10 years ago, nobody knew what an antioxidant was. Today, people talk about it. Today, not very many people know what glutathione is. 10 years from now, it's going to be a household name and a household term that people use. But to give you an understanding of glutathione and why it's so different from everything else, if you had rungs of a ladder when it came to antioxidants, on that bottom rung, you've got vitamin E, and then you've got vitamin C, then you've got blueberries, and then acai berries, and the dark cocoa, and then you've got resveratrol, which is from the grape skin, and then grapeseed extract. So you've got all these powerful antioxidants, but the very, very top rung of that ladder is glutathione. That is your most powerful antioxidant. The difference between glutathione and everything else that you take is that all those other things that I described are all food sources that you take externally and you put them into your body. Glutathione is produced in your body and within your cells, and we have now figured out a way to elevate glutathione levels within your cells. So what's the bad news about glutathione? We have a whole lot of glutathione. This little chart on the right, that red line represents glutathione levels. We have a whole lot of glutathione, typically if we're healthy, up until about the age of 20. At the age of 20, every decade, we lose 10 to 15% of our glutathione. By the time we're 50, we have half of the glutathione we did when we were 20. The bottom line here, the oxidative stress, that creeps up and creeps up and creeps up as we live. And as Spencer alluded to, we are exposed to so many toxins. The air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat is just laden with toxins. Our body cannot fight off everything that we're exposed to. And we have 80,000 chemical toxins that we're exposed to every single day in our life, and a culmination of things inside and outside. There's toxins in this carpeting, on the wall, in the paint, everywhere. It's just all around us all the time. The problem with all the toxins that we're exposed to is that our body was never designed to have to deal with this many toxins. And today, we all know somebody that has, again, I'm just saying this as a statistical fact, no claims to anything. We all today know somebody that has cancer in their 30s. I have 2 friends that their 3-year-old babies had cancer. It's like, what's going on? I said, my grandfather, when they were growing up and they were talking about aging, nobody had cancer until they were in their 60s and their 70s. There's something that's changing in our environment and we need to do something about it. So other than the toxins that we're exposed to, guess what? Stress, we're commuting, we're going, we're using cell phones, we're using microwaves, we're just bombarded with things that are actually damaging our body. Today, another statistic, babies are born, they've actually taken their blood and they've tested it. Babies today are born with an average of 287 chemical toxins in their body. They have no immune system. So that's the reality of what's going on today. We need this. This is so important for all of us. We know, and if anybody hasn't yet seen it, get together with a person that's invited you here. There are 74 different major illnesses and health issues that develop if you have low levels of glutathione. If you haven't seen that list, speak to somebody or come and see me. I will show you that later on. We know that there are people that have taken our products and get healthier and healthier and healthier. And again, it's because we're elevating glutathione levels. What would it be like for you if you knew somebody, and I know 2 people that have been in bed for over 20 years, and they start taking our products, and now for the first time after 20 years, they're up and moving. I can't even imagine. I met a lady in Florida in January that was in bed for over 20 years. Her son, when he was 2 years old, she got really ill, and she's been there. And what it was for her, she was exposed to mold. They lived in a house before they bought, where they rented, and she was exposed to mold, and her son was exposed to mold. And I cannot even imagine. Her son is now 22 years old, and she said 90% of her days are in bed. On a good day, 80%. And this lady, somebody came to her and told her about Cellgevity, and she walked up on stage when we were down in Florida. And I just think, oh my gosh, if somebody didn't share that with her, she would have spent the rest of her days just living and existing. And it's just for me incomprehensible. I can't even imagine what a life like that would be. So that's the power of what we have in our hands. Glutathione levels are difficult to raise. People will say, well, now that you told me all about glutathione and how important it is, I can just go to the health food store and I can buy it. I go, yeah, you can. I go, you know what though? It's not going to do you any good. When you take glutathione at the health food store, it's a very fragile molecule. It's also a very complex molecule. If you take it from the health food store, by the time it hits your GI tract, your stomach, the stomach acids will break it down and it's pretty well rendered useless. The little bit that gets inside your bloodstream, it's a large molecule, it won't pass inside the cell membrane. You can buy glutathione at the health food store, you'll have about a 3% increase in your cells. When you take our products, and our flagship product here is Cellgevity, and this product here, and any one of our glutathione enhancing products, when you take this in 3 months, you will elevate glutathione levels by 300% in 3 months in 20 trillion cells of your body. They can prove that through blood work. This is the science behind our products. So how do we effectively elevate glutathione levels? With this compound called RIBOCEINE. This is our patented technology, and this is the life work of Dr. Herbert Nagasawa. He started his research back in the 1970s, and when the war veterans came back from Vietnam, they were in bad shape. US government said, Dr. Nagasawa, you've got to do something. They have been there to take care and help us. We now need to help them. Unfortunately, because of being hit with Agent Orange and everything that they've witnessed, a lot of them had turned to alcohol and they had liver cirrhosis. And we know liver cirrhosis is not reversible. Well, Dr. Nagasawa did his research and did his research and did his research, and he helped these people get healthier. And that's where his work started. So this compound is made up of 2 molecules that we produce. Again, glutathione we naturally produce in our body. Ribosine is made up of 2 words. The first half of that is ribose. Ribose is an elemental sugar that we produce naturally in our body. We make it. The second half of that word, cysteine, is a protein. It's an amino acid. And we produce that in our body as well. The point is we're low of it. But you take this, when you take the ribosine and it gets into your cells, it's a small enough molecule. It's for you to envision this. It's almost like cysteine is a very, very fragile molecule and won't pass through our stomach without being broken down. So if you had the cysteine and the ribose encapsulated it almost like a Smartie and it protected it like that, what happens is it's small enough, it goes into the stomach, passes into the bloodstream because it's small, passes into the cell, ribose breaks away and it'll increase the ATP, the energy in your cell, you'll have more energy, cysteine breaks away and gives you more glutathione. That's the simplicity of it, but also the unbelievable complexity of it, because to figure that out and to actually have that happen and raise glutathione levels by 300% is absolutely brilliant. So Dr. Nagasawa, you can see there, he's dedicated his whole life to this research. He has 20 peer-reviewed studies. I'm in the world of dentistry. For people that are in the world of dentistry or medicine, most doctors never write 1 peer-reviewed study, not 1. And he has 20 that you can actually go in, and this science has been validated by his peers and those people that do research in these areas. And it's like that's unheard of. We have, our products are all patented and patent pendings. We have products that we have released, and from what I understand, we have products that as soon as somebody even comes remotely close to trying to understand what we have with our products, we've got another advanced patent to release. So we will always be ahead of the game, absolutely always. And we own the world rights to ribosine and this technology. It is absolutely untouchable by anyone else. So now you think about this. Look at this from the whole picture. The most important molecule in our body is glutathione. The #1 best way to elevate glutathione, bar none, in the whole world is ribosine. Max International owns the world rights to ribosine. You think about this from a health perspective, how you can change your health and the people that are in your life. You think about this for those of you that are business-minded. Think about what that means. You own the world rights to ribosine, and you can take this around the world. That is absolutely huge. What you can create for yourself and your financial security is unbelievable. And with Max International, our goal is to take this around the world and share this with people. So you can change your health, as I said, change your financial status, and for anybody that you share this with. But more importantly, you can touch lives like you have never, ever, ever imagined. I got in because I had back pain. You work in dentistry for a long time and you sit like this and you got back pain. I had somebody come to my home that was a cancer survivor. And when we did that, Chris and Tammy came and did presentations at my home. And I tell you, she sat there and she's looking at us with her arms folded. She goes, you guys with your back pain and your muscle ache, she goes, boo-hoo. She goes, you have absolutely no idea what life is like after you go through chemo and radiation. She said, I am grateful that I'm alive. It was 3 years. She says, I have no quality of life. I come home after 8 hours. I am on that couch. My husband's making dinner. My children are like, Mom, 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 come watch my soccer game. Daughter's going, Mom, let's go buy my prom dress. She's going, leave me alone. Leave me alone. She goes, can't you see I'm tired? She ends up that she's yelling at them, leave me alone. I can't deal with this. And she was crying. And her husband turned to her and he said, after the presentation, similar to this, if I bought you a 2-week sample, would you try it? Whatever, she says. That was on a Wednesday. That was my first presentation that I had in my home. She takes it Thursday and Friday. She drives to my home, 35 minutes from her house to my house Saturday morning, and she comes up and she embraces me and she starts bawling her eyes out. And she says, you've changed my life. I'm just brand new at Max. I'm like, I didn't do nothing, sweetie. I just told you about, to come to a meeting. I said, Dr. Nagasawa and Dr. Keller, they're the guys that did this. I go, but tell me what happened? What's going on? She said, 2 days I've been on this product. Friday I'm at work. All my coworkers are like, oh my God, Josie, you are so full of life. You are so vibrant. We haven't seen you like this for years. All her customers on the phone are like, Josie, you're having such a great day. We cannot believe the change in you. That's when I realized what I had in my hands. It was not about muscle aches and pains. It was about transforming the health of people that have some very, very serious health issues. This is our compilation of products that we have. We have 3 categories with our products. We have nutritional supplements. We have a weight loss system. and we have a skincare line that is absolutely out of this world. I'm going to address them all, but to touch on the nutritional supplements first, we have 3 products. This one here, Max GXL, and by the way, we've got brand new branding and packaging. It's absolutely stunning for those of you that haven't seen it. I'd like to just congratulate Larry Lowe for all his brilliant work in marketing, but thank you for that. Dr. Keller's work, Max GXL, elevates glutathione and elevates it, as I said, by 300%. This one here, Max 1, Dr. Nagasawa's work. This is the RIBOCEINE technology that was introduced. These 2 doctors worked independent of each other, but when they both came together individually to Max, they took their life research and their brilliance, and they combined the best of these 2 products and added another group of synergistic products that they came up with Cellgevity. This today is the flagship product, the #1 elevator and enhancer of glutathione in the world. So this is our products that these 3, one of these 3 you would typically take, they repair your cell. All right, so these products repair your cell. Then we have Infuse, which is a super vitamin and mineral line supplement, and I will address that a little bit more in detail in a few minutes. ATP is our energy drink. I'm going to go into that a little bit more. And that is our nutritional line. And then we have our weight loss system. This weight loss system is very different from anything else because it works. It's all science-based and it works. When Max comes out with something, they actually look at what's going on in our body and what's working and what's not working, and they figure it out and they make it work again. Again, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on these products individually. But that's our supplement line and our weight loss. Now, just that you see this little symbol here, BSCG. This is Banned Substance Control Group. This organization is the most stringent organization in the entire world for clearing products to be clear of banned substances. Olympians can take our products, and they can only take products that have BSCG approval. So that is so important. If an Olympian can take this, and a professional athlete can take this, and it's been free and clear, every single one of you can take this and know that it is safe for your body to take. Something that I just found out recently, I was speaking to a pharmacist, and he looked at our products, and he looked at the science, and he started doing some investigative work, and he said to me, do you realize that this is the only nutritional supplement line in the world that has these 3 certifications? You have Health Canada's approval, and no in the world, out of the entire world, the countries that are the most stringent to pass anything, #1 is Australia, #2 is Canada. Max was smart. They went after the United States into Canada and Australia. They knew if they had approval from these 2 countries, they could open this up anywhere in the world. So we have Health Canada's approval. We have NSF, National Sanitation Foundation, which means that it's produced in a pharmaceutical grade facility, that every single dosage is exactly the same, and that professional athletes can take it. And we have BSCG, Banned Substance Control Group certification. This is the only nutritional supplement in the world that has that. People be proud, absolutely proud that we've achieved that. Cellgevity, this is our flagship product, as I said, that elevates and enhances glutathione in our body. It is bar none the most effective, and it is bar none the product that has actually changed people's lives so dramatically. I talk about people seeing a difference within a month, that 50% will see a difference and 99% in 3 months. I had somebody come to my home that felt a difference after 25 minutes. And I'm like, he was funny. He was sitting on the couch, brand new guest. Somebody brought him. And I'm doing the presentation. By now, I know how to do the presentations. And all of a sudden, he says, I feel different. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, on the way over here, the lady that invited him gave him 2 Cellgevity. And he goes, I feel different. And I'm new at doing this. I haven't heard enough testimonials. I go, different how? Different good? Different bad? I didn't know what he was going to say. And he says, you're not going to believe this. He goes, I have a condition that I can't breathe. He's got asthma. And he said, it feels for the last 20 years that I've had a rope tied around my chest and I have a vice grip that holds my shoulders down. And he said, 25 minutes ago I took this. He goes, this is the first time in over 20 years that I can breathe and take a deep breath. And I'm like, wow. So these are really powerful. These products are really, really powerful. Infuse, as I said, this is our super unbelievable multivitamin and mineral supplement. Again, nothing like this in the world. When you take, there's a little package inside there, and this is just the old packaging, but you take one of these little packages, and this little package of Infuse has 10 calories in it. What this represents is 20,000 calories worth of healthy food. It's like a 6-foot table, And the amount of vitamins that you would have in that 6-foot table and 20,000 calories worth of food is in this package. The difference between this and everything else that's out there on the market, I have somebody that I know that told me they work at a sewage plant, and somebody that works at they have the porta potties. Says to me, both of them said, what do you think is the thing that we see floating atop of all the sewage? I'm thinking, I know what I would say. He goes, pills. People take so many vitamins, and because those little white vitamins, they have binding agents in them, they're basically chalk. So you put that in, and it comes out, and that's what they see floating on top. And most of what you take in doesn't get absorbed, never mind into your cells, it doesn't even get absorbed into your body. With our products and with our infuse, when you take that, you take it with water, and the water transports them. Because these molecules are so tiny, it actually gets inside the cell. And when you take our vitamin line, over 99% of those vitamins and minerals are actually absorbed into your cells and make a difference. So that's our infused absolute total powerhouse. As Spencer said, every single day I take Celgevity and I take infuse. Those are a must. If you look at it as Celgevity being the glutathione enhancer, it is the quarterback or the captain of your team. The infuse is the rest of the team. It's the rest of the team that supports that glutathione enhancement and production within our cells. Max ATP, a total league of its own. I can't even really compare it with anything out there because everything else out there that people call energy drinks are really stimulant drinks. They're caffeine and they're sugar, and they are not healthy. We have a big job to do, ladies and gentlemen. I know that I have a friend that works at a hospital in Hamilton, that's where I'm from, in emergency. She said there isn't a day that doesn't go by that some teenager or young adult hasn't come in and their heart's in cardio. Anyway, so they have to be defibrillated. They have to be shocked because their heart rhythm is out of control. And I just didn't realize. I won't dare take that stuff. I'm too high energy. I'm afraid I'll be like buzzing for a week, but I've never taken it. I did not know the damage. It's basically caffeine and sugar. Caffeine rushes in, sugar rushes in, and it does a mess. And there are people that have had heart attacks, and there are people that have died from that stuff. Our ATP is an absolute, pure, healthy energy drink. It's clean cellular energy. How does it work? Is that you basically have ingredients in there with the riboceine and lots of B vitamins, and when you take it, if you remember back in our cells, there's this little energy, little component called your mitochondria. You take it, and guess what? That mitochondria just starts producing more ATP, and you get natural energy. So what happens? You take it 20 minutes before, and before you work out or before you need to do an exam or before you need to do something that you have to be sharp. And all of a sudden, after 20 minutes, even if your eyes were burning, you'll just look around and after 20, you'll think, I'm not tired anymore. You will totally have forgotten that you were tired. You will be in the zone for 4 hours, and it'll just trickle and fade away. And it works like that. Absolutely brilliant product. Absolutely so important for us to get out and talk to people about this. Meta Switch. Again, a world-class weight loss system. Why is this different from anything else? As I said earlier, Max looks at the science. What is it that causes us to gain weight? Why is it that when people go on diets, they gain the weight, they lose the weight, they gain and they lose the weight, and it's just this whole yo-yo thing. What Max did was that they figured out what is it that causes us to gain weight, and let's go in and let's correct that. And basically, when people gain weight, there's a hormone that we have called cortisol. Well, guess what? As cortisol levels go up, metabolism goes down. And Max has figured it out. And what will happen when you first take this, for the first 3 weeks, you probably won't lose any weight. It's going to reprogram your cortisol. And why do cortisol levels go up? Age, hormonal changes, and stress. Oh yeah, bring it on. Tell me a day that doesn't happen. So cortisol levels are going up, and again, we get to this point where we're just starting to gain weight, and you're fighting it. You work out, you eat right, but it's just there. The brilliant thing about the Max products is, one, that when you take it, it's heart healthy. It will actually lower your metabolism, and it will not affect, it will raise your metabolism, but will not raise your heart rate. It'll actually lower the cortisol. So it raises your metabolism without raising your heart rate. The other thing is you're eating real food. Most of the things that people are out there eating, it's not, you can't sustain yourself on a shake for the rest of your life or a cookie. That doesn't work. You will eat real food. If you have a plate of food this big, you will eat half of it and you will be full. If you have cravings and you want to pick at something, you'll have 1 or 2 instead of a whole lot, and you'll be done. So it's a brilliant system. I actually ended up trying it, and when I took it, I made sure that I didn't exercise because I wanted to prove that the product worked, and it works. Wherever your body thinks it's cool to park fat, it will melt away. It is so cool. And the thing is, you will lose fat You will not lose muscle, and you will not lose water. Again, another brilliant product, and I really thank Max for that. There is 2 components to this. MetaSwitch are capsules that you take 2 capsules half an hour before each meal with water. Again, all our products, it's really, really important that when you take them with a glass of water. The water is the carrier that will carry it into the cell. So you take 2 of these capsules half an hour before each meal. There is a curb bar, and this is a fiber bar. It's not a meal replacement bar, and it's a fiber bar because most of us don't have enough fiber in our diet. It's the only bar, again, in the world that has only 120 calories, and it has 6 grams of insoluble fiber. That's the broom that sweeps everything out, and 6 grams of soluble fiber that expand and make you feel full. It's really important. People say to me, well, can't I just take the capsules without the bars? No. The reason is 2. 1, we need to clean that stuff out. By the way, you want to hear some more beautiful stats? We got 5 pounds of you-know-what between our belly button and our tush. We need to get that out, and the fiber bars will do that. Number 2, our toxins are stored in our fat. So as you start to release and lose fat, you want to get rid of those toxins. Take that fiber bar and get it out of your system. Visible Solutions. Thank you, Larry Lowe. This has been, we had a skincare line that we had amazing results with, amazing. We've had a skincare line for a few years that people saw dramatic before and after. But this skincare line is absolutely a world-class product that we are going to have released within the next week. And I encourage every single one of you to try it, and every single one of you to take a before picture and take a picture a month after. You will not believe the difference. This is the only product line that when you take it will enhance the glutathione stimulating action inside your cells of your skin. So it isn't going to like plump it up, it's actually going to help to heal. But it is so elegant, and it is, and later on when we do the training, Larry Lowe, our Vice President of Marketing, is going to be showing us what the product line is all about. But it is absolutely unreal. I know that I've bought products before that I have spent $80 for an eye cream or $125 for a face cream, and they haven't made any difference. And when you see these products and what they have in them and how they work and the results that you have, and the price bracket that it's in, you will absolutely be blown away. So anyway, for those of you that haven't tried it yet, you might have a chance to try it today, but absolutely get this in your hands. When you're stuck and you don't know what to buy your sweetie for Valentine's Day or a birthday, give her this. She's going to love you forever, guys. I read something this week that I just want to share with you, and I just thought it was brilliant. It says, it was this. It goes like this. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same. And when I read that, I thought, wow. So I invite you that are here for the first time taking a look at this or that have been with Max to be different and to climb that top rung of that ladder, as glutathione is the top rung of the ladder for being the master antioxidant. Climb that top rung of that ladder for your life. Make a difference for yourself, make a difference for others, and also make a difference for people that you have not even yet met that will come to you and thank you for bringing this to them.